Hey, welcome back to Uncle Benny's Garage. I'm Benny. We are on a push to get ready for spring. We're doing some backyard gardening. We got a few other things to go on, but we started with this area because it's going to need the most work. Last week, we cleared out layers of dirt and rocks that people had dumped over here, and we also cleaned out along the wall so we could look at it. To get to the wall, I had to move some junk, some scrap wood and 2x4s and stuff. And this week, we are improving on the wall. I talked to my neighbor, and he's cool with me putting an extra row of bricks up here. So we got to do that before we do anything to the face to address this damage here. All right, I'm here in the truck, and with me is the lovely and talented Miss Joan Dukore, because we're going to the brick store, and the brick store is the manliest of the stores. So we are manly men. Except Joan, she's a manly woman.
But I was like channeling Tim Allen.
I see. Adventure!
Adventure!
That was terrible. One more time.
Oh, we're doing I didn't realize we were doing it together. All right, I'm ready.
Are you?
No. We got this, okay? All right, we're ready.
Adventure! All right, we're here at CindRlite. They make cinder blocks, cinder block things. They make them right there in that factory. They sell them here. You don't need a contractor's license. You just go in and tell them you want some blocks. They're great. They're very helpful. They're very friendly. And they don't sell this style that I need at the hardware store. And this is a better store anyway, so he's bringing them around. So since last time, I had to move some of that junk again because I had put it up against the wall that we're still working on. That was smart. And I scraped away a little bit more of the junk around this corner over here. We got the whole area more like we can work on it. I don't know what day we are in the countdown. It's right. All right, we got bricks, we got blocks. So we got a bunch of these. They're 6" by 14s. That's what the wall's made of. They got these little grooves on the end so they kind of go together straight. We went a little easier this time than trying to cut them in half like an idiot. Over there we got some little half blocks for when we need those. And then at the end, we got this. I thought it was called a C, but it's called an A block because when you look at it, it looks like an A. And that's for the end pillar. The bricks go in there. And then for the middle pillars, we got these. These are called H blocks because they're, you know, H-shaped. Now I could run a string down this wall, and that's what the professionals do. My problem is that the wall, I don't know if you can see it very well, it kind of goes at that middle pillar post a little bit. It's not perfectly straight as a wall. So I could string just this section and then that section. Or I could try to wing it. And that always works out. So a couple issues I'm having right off is one, I don't know what I'm doing. Two is I can only get on this side of the wall. Even if I walked over there, his little dogs would tear me up. And plus he's got like bushes and plants. There's no good access here. You can see I'm having a little issue holding his bird feeder thing off while I do this. And so I'm trying not to make a mess on that side of the wall. My goal here, obviously my goal here is to put bricks on the wall. But my little goal inside the big goal is to do a better job than I did on the other side of the thing, because I don't want it to be ugly for someone else, you know. Yeah. And no, I'm not super cool at mortaring. There's guys who could just slap it on there perfect. They're called professionals. Like I said, I'm just trying not to make a mess. Behold, my artistic representation of a straight line of bricks. Before we go too far, let's see if I can get the stuff I dropped over the wall trying to hold this little branch back. Luckily, I still got my little claw machine claw. Never throw away old clown props. Okay, first, come on. Oh. Alright, I got the first one. There we go. Does this go on the feeder? Starting to warm up a bit. One thing that's nice about it being chilly out is that it's better for the mortar. It's going to dry slower. You get a longer work time, which is good because I'm slow. Well, now I got to clean up and go to work. That's all the mortar. I don't know, am I in the shadow? Can you see? So that was one bag of mortar. That was just about one battery on this camera. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 and a half blocks plus the big one. So 15, give or take. I did get a lot of gloppies on the ground here, especially in the beginning before I dialed it in just a tad. Oh yeah. All right. A little bit every day. A little bit every day. So one thing now is in any other project, this area is where I would clean up everything. So I'm hosing off the stuff. I'm like, man, I can't do that over here anymore. I got to kind of move it down a little bit. I guess that's what progress looks like, is find a new place to clean. All right, we're out here again this morning. We're kind of full into January weather. I know a lot of the country's under snow and having storms and stuff. This is kind of how it is in Vegas. cold or chilly anyway. This weekend, on Monday, we're supposed to get some rain, which means possible snow. We're not going to get snow right here. We'll get snow in the mountains around the town, maybe a little on the west side. If it comes around south and comes over the lake, then my mountain will get some snow, and that'll be pretty. Yesterday I got part of this row on. I'm gonna shoot for finishing this row. If I got time this morning, we'll see about this next part. Here's a tip for you. Move the open bag of mortar away from the wheelbarrow before you hose off all your tools. That's the same way I make pancake mix. I add too much of one, then I add too much of the other, and I go back and forth until I have a lot of pancake mix. Look at that, huh? Uh-huh. All right, one thing I didn't show you there at that last bit, so that last little half block that I put in, somewhere and going all the way down the wall, I added like, half a millimeter or so between each block. I didn't maybe get them tight enough. And so when I got to the end, that A block wouldn't slide on quite all the way. There was just enough to where it was stopping it, and it's the end, it's the corner, it's what you see. Those corners need to line up. So I didn't film it. I was just trying to hurry. I was worried about the mortar drying and not being able to fix it. But I ran back here, I grabbed the old mason grinder, and I took a little bit off the end of the half block so that that A would slide on just that little bit less to try and even it up. You don't want to leave something like that and it'll just stare at you every day and you'd be like, ugh. Oh man, I forgot. I still got to get my little trowel that I dropped over the wall. Where is it? There it is. All right. Man, this thing comes in so handy. All right, let's see if we can get it. Get it around that handle. Oh. Yes. Claw machine master. All right, back out here today. It's getting down near the end of the week. I gotta have something accomplished. We've still got a little bit more to do on the top of the wall here. We did all the way down to that end, and now just like originally there was like this little bit that was taller, we're doing one more little bit that's taller, and that's because the back of the yard, the other yards are graded higher, so the wall kind of goes up, and then eventually someday I'll add a row to the back of the back wall as well. All right, I gotta get this done today. One, it's the end of the week. Two is there's a chance of rain this afternoon and tomorrow, so I gotta get it done before that. And there was a third reason I had in mind too, but I don't remember what it is right now. Tracking dirt in the house, doing all this lifting. Oh, I'm sore. Need to get this part done. Next week, it's gonna be fun. Gonna have some fun with that, but I need to get this done first. So, back to this. Look at that, I get breakfast delivered. This is almost like a spring day. Kids are playing outside, the sun came out. It's nice, it's in the 50s. Spring is coming. I know you guys aren't going to believe me, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So I forgot I wanted to put one block on this side of the pillar, right? So I'm like, oh, I better do that before I clean up. Come over here, and I got the tree back there, everything. I'm awkward on the ladder as usual, and I was like, with the trowel, I went shink all the way down the edge of it. It was about the most professional looking I've done, and I was like, oh man, I wasn't even filming this. So there you go. I felt like I almost got cool with it right at the end. Either way, all right, there's a wall. There's a wall. Oh, I'm happy. I feel accomplished. I really do. Let's get a better, see if we can get a shot of it over here for you. The side of the yard still looks junky. We got a long way to go. All right, I get cleaned up. I gotta get cleaned up. I know for some people this isn't much. Oh geez, you took a week and you put like a row of bricks on a wall. Again, I'm doing this, a couple hours each morning. I don't do this normally. I mean, I did it once before in my life on the other side of the yard, and this looks okay. Yeah. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'll tell you that. All right, another dreary day out here, but I'm happy. Look at this, huh? It's all dried. It looks good. These are going to get filled and capped up here eventually. Not today, though. Now, we got to start thinking about the surface repair and what we're going to do to make the wall look pretty. I got a couple ideas, but I haven't pulled the trigger on anything yet. There's also some other projects around the yard. Now that we're a good way into this one, I can start focusing on a few other things that got to happen, and those are gonna start happening real soon too. As always, thanks for staying with us, and thanks for watching, coming along on this project. We're making a push to get the garden ready for spring, turning my backyard into an oasis. All right, take care. Cheers. Adventure!